Everyone, welcome again. So in the previous video we discussed about like what is heap, what is max heap, what is min heap, and how to create a heap from an array. Okay, so here in this video we will discuss how to insert a new element in a already created heap. So for our example we will take it as a max heap, and this max heap you already have seen in the previous video. I took the same example. So here you can see the previous max heap which you already built. Okay. So you can also verify once like this max heap properties are maintained or not. Okay. So 101 is bigger than each and every children. For 18 also it is the same thing. For 37 also it is behaving same. Okay. Like that way it's a complete max heap. Now we want to insert a new element, that is 41. So what we have to do for that? So here are some steps. I will go one by one and then I will compare the steps with the animation also. Okay. So the first step, it is saying increase the heap for array size. What is that? So if you see here, this is just the array representation of this max heap. Okay. From 0 to 8, all the indexes are present and all the numbers are present. Okay, so now when I have to insert a new element 41, then there is no space for it, right? So that time I have to increase one space to accommodate this one. Okay, so first we have to increase one space. Okay, if the heap size is already full. Okay, then what we have to do? Then we have to place the new number to insert in the last position or at the end of the heap. So when the new space will be created, we have to place the new number there. So if you see here, this was the array and I created one new space. 9 is the new index and I placed the 41 number there. Okay, then we have to heapify the element from bottom to top. So once this 41 will be inserted, then this heap structure will be disturbed, right? Because it will not maintain the heap property. Then we have to place the 41 in the correct position. Then it will become again a max heap. That we have to do. And this process will take time complexity wise O log n time. How it will take O log n time, that I will explain next. Okay, don't worry about that. Okay, so when I said this array size we have to increase and I have to place this new element at last. So how we are representing the same thing here in the max heap, we will see now. So in the last position means here I am inserting this new element 41 as of now our first step. Okay, now we have to percolate up this thing, or you can say from bottom to up we have to shift this one to maintain its proper position. Okay, so now you can see and tell very easily that this is not a max heap structure anymore. As I have placed 41 here, it is not maintaining the max heap property because 3 is less than 41. Okay, so we have to again construct this as a max heap. So for that what I have to do, I have to compare between 3 and 41, and obviously 41 is greater than 3, then we need a swap between these two. Okay, this is the first step. Then we have to check like 41 now is present in the perfect position or not. Obviously it is not, because 18 is less than 41. It is also not maintaining the property of max heap. So we have to again swap. Okay, now if you see here, 41 is less than 101 and 41 has nowhere to go anymore. That means this is now max property. Okay, so now it's became a max heap and all the properties are maintained. So you can see like how we just inserted this new element and from bottom to top we just shifted or percolate up to place it in the proper position, and we adjusted everything for making it a max heap again. So this is the way we have to insert a new element in the already created max heap. For min heap also it is similar. That time only the comparison will be reverse. Okay. So now what I told is the time complexity for this operation is O log n. So how it is O log n, that we will explain next. Now we will talk about the time complexity. So in the previous section we talked like the time complexity for inserting an element in a heap is O log n. And here in in DS algo the log means the base 2 actually. Okay. So it is the time complexity is O log n base 2. Okay. So why it is O log n? Okay. So I have placed if you see here, this is the same max heap. Okay, in the previous section what I saw. So here the previously the node was 41 and I took another node as 105 because I will show you both the operation behavior. Okay. So when actually it was 41, so that time to get the perfect position for this 41, how many swap we did or how many level it went up. So 41 plus swapped with this one, then it was swapped with this one, then the final position for 41 was this level. So it went from 1 to 2 level it went up. Okay. So this is one scenario. So now think about like best case and worst case situation. So the best case will be if the number is less than 3. If it is 1 instead of 105 or 41, if the number is 1 which is less than 3, then after inserting we don't have to reposition because 1 is less than 3. That means this is the best case. So we don't have to move it anywhere. Okay. And when the worst case will appear, when the number will be greater than this root node itself, then that is the worst case, because if the number is means the number which we will insert is bigger than root node, then it have to went up all the level, because then 105 will first swap here, then here, then it will go here, and 101 will come there, and gradually everything will move down. Okay. So if the number is greater than root node, then this is the worst case situation. In that situation we have to go 3 level up. Okay. So this 3 is the log n. If you consider n means the number of total node, that is 9 here. So log 2 means log base to 9 is actually 3.16 or something. That's why this result is 3. Okay. Now we have to see one thing. So as I discussed, the best case scenario will be the new number if it is 1 which is less than 3, then no had to move. Worst case scenario will be if the new number is 105 which is greater than root node, then we have to traverse all the levels. Okay. So for like algorithm like time complexity analysis, we will consider the worst case scenario, means in worst case what time it required. Okay. So here we saw just 3 level we have to go up. Okay. Now I just told you like the log of 9 is approximately 3.16. That's why it have to go 3 level up. Okay. So I have marked all the level here. This is 0, then 1, this is 2, and this is 3. Okay. So here if you see, only one element is present. Okay. That means log of 1 base 2 is 0. Here 2 element is present. That is, and it is filled. No more element can present in this level. So that is 1, similar to this one. Here 4 nodes are present, and this is the maximum node which can present in this level. So log of 4 is 2, this is the second level. And here if you see 3 nodes are present, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, another 5 node can come. Okay. So if we have to complete it, so means total 8 node can place in this level maximum. So that will be like log 2 log base 2 of 8 is 3. So that's why it's the third level. So if we have to add another node, means the 15th node, then it will come down and it will create on one level. Okay. So like that, if you see here, by the number of node in a particular level, you can get the if I do a log of that node number, then we will get the level number. Okay. So that's why the time complexity in worst case scenario for insertion purpose is log of n. Okay, so it may be less than that also, which I told, like if the new number is 1, that means no swap required. The time complexity will be less. If it is 41, which we shown in the previous video, that time it have to go 2 level up. Okay, so only in the case of worst case scenario, it have to traverse all the level up. Okay, so that's why now the time calculated is O log n. Okay, now I will show you the programming part. I did it in Java, so you can choose any language. This is the main method. Okay, and here I am taking the already built maxif. So this one is the maxif, you can see. So this is the already built maxif array. Okay, now I am printing it once for just showing like how it look like. Then I will insert one k is the value I will insert, and then I will check next like what is happening. So in our example we took 41, so the k I will take as 41, and then I will call the insert into heap method. Okay, now coming to the insert into heap method, there I am passing this array, okay, and the number which we have to insert, this k number. Okay, that is 41 in our case. So first what I told is we have to first resize the heap, because this heap has size is like 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 9 elements are present. There is no more space for the new element. So first we have to increase the size of this array by 1. Okay, so I have to call the resize heap method. So there I am passing the array and I am increasing the size by 1 in a new array. Then I am copying the old element and returning. So there is so many other way to do that also, like the same array we can take, then we can use the system dot array copy, then also we can return. Okay, so I just took a simple approach, maybe not the best one. I just created another array, then increased the length by 1 and copied the previous numbers from there, and the last index is still empty, and then I'm returning. Then in the heap, in the last position, that is the length minus 1 position, I am placing the new number, which is 41, which I have shown in the animation section also previously. Now I have to call the percolate up method. What it will do, from the bottom to top, it will shift in its correct position. Okay, and at last I will print the heap again. So in the percolate up method, what is happening is, here you can see I am taking the new array where actually 41 is already placed. Then I am like inserted position I am checking. So the inserted position is the last position, that means the data dot length minus 1. In the last position it is as of now present. And if I have to calculate what is its parent node, okay, so the parent node position if I have to calculate, then the general formula is I minus 1 by 2. So here actually it is placed in the ith position, that is the inserted position, that is minus 1 by 2. So in our example it is ninth position, it is inserted, then the calculation is coming as 4, like 4 is the parent of this uh, newly inserted node. So then I am checking like if it is greater than this parent or not. If it is greater than the parent, then I have to do a swap. Okay, and after swapping I am like making the inserted position as the like new parent, and the parent I am changing, okay, to shift it upwards. Okay, so then again it in the loop this operation will happen, and when actually it can see like it is not greater than the parent node, then it will stop. Okay, and this is one just a simple printf method. I just hard coded it to give it a look as tree structure. Okay, so you can simply print the array also, not a problem. So I took 41 as the input, then I have to check like what is the output I am getting. Okay, so if you see here it is already heapified like max heap, and then I inserted 41, then you can see here it is placed here. Okay, and it is exactly the same as what we have shown, Okay, so you can like pause the screen and calculate once like it is correct or not. Okay, now we will do that best case and worst case scenario which we discussed earlier. So here, if it is 1, then it will be less than 3. That means there is no need to change any position. 2, 8, 1, it will come like that. So I will change it to 1, then save the program and run again. So there, here you can see there is no change because the last position, the 1 came and it is in the ground level, it is sitting there. So there is no upward it is going because it is less than 3. So there is no need of swap. Now worst case wise, I will make it to 105, which is greater than the root node. Then I will run it again. So here you can see it, the 105 went up to the root, and that is actually we want, right? So it, and 105, then it is shifted down 101, then 18 came here, so this is the worst case scenario where the inserted value is greater than root and it went up to the root. Okay, so this is the programming part. So you can change a bit or you can do the coding in your way also. Okay, so that's it. I will this programming I will put it in the description link. Okay, so that's all. Thanks for watching. Next we will show like how to delete a node from a maxi or mini. Okay, thanks for watching.